to another Pokemon stream, I guess. The first, not really the first, but one of the last, hopefully, because, you know, Black and White is starting to get on my nerves, to be honest. Yeah, no. I want it to go away now. Oh, this earphone isn't working anymore. Okay, cool. I guess I'll survive. So yeah, welcome. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been sort of like MIA for a couple of months, and the last stream that I did on Monday, I guess Monday or Sunday, was the first one in quite some while. It was Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's Tuesday today. And I've sort of found a solution to the problem with the internet connection, so now I'm here for now. And, you know, hopefully it'll stay like that, so I'll try to maintain a relatively even schedule, because it feels pointless to just do it randomly every now and then. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be serious about this, you know, like one should be. But it didn't feel right to just come back and start a random new game because I hadn't finished this game, and no. The OCD in me is telling me that I need to step my ass up. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So basically we're in the middle of training for the Elite Four, and N, I guess, because I'd forgotten about him. Oh well, thank you so much, Car, for subscribing again. You're a beautiful person. And you keep me going. Pay my bills. Get my life on. How are you, by the way? How is London? How is life? It's been like 1 day since we spoke or something. I need those pennies, man! If I can't get penis, I'll get the pennies. A little gay joke for you there. You're stinky. You're stinky. Why are you stinky? I mean, my day was good. I went to work, which was chill, and then I brought a friend home. That sounds like I brought a guy with me home, but I brought my friend Malin home, and we had a creative session where we wrote and basically tried to work on our scripts. And because we're working on a TV show together, so we're trying to get the script ready for submission, which should be in October. And hopefully, they'll just dismiss us and give us some useful criticism, but there's a big possibility that they won't give us any criticism and they'll just like leave it be. But you know, we get our hopes up because that's what we do. I mean, what would be the use of doing a 3-year long creative degree and not be able to write anything? So yeah, we've been doing that. I've basically been going over the first draft and like correcting it by hand because it feels better to correct writing by hand, and it's good to get a look at it from a different perspective, because you notice things that you didn't notice before, or you usually do. And I noticed today that I'd used basically the same sentence and the same concept 2 times in 3 pages. Like the same character had the same excuse for why she couldn't talk on the phone 2 times in 3 pages, which makes no sense, and I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. But yeah, so that was a useful session. You haven't showered yet. Well, I mean, you know, the night is young. There's time for showers. You want the lead part? Can you play a Norwegian woman with a Norwegian accent, with a heavy Midland accent? Could you do that? Because if you can, then that's fine. And then we cooked dinner, and you know, me and Malin continued my vegetarian journey, which is going better than I thought it was going to anyway. Because I would have assumed that by now I would have complained about how my meals didn't make sense without the meat anymore. La la la. You like Scarlett Johansson? You could play a tree. Or a black man. Or a black woman. You can play white characters. Alberto killed... Alberto, you can kill them all. But not Scarlett Johansson. Leave her alone. Hi, by the way. How are you? It's been quite some time. And that's on my part. I take that. I take the blame for that because I haven't been streaming for quite some time. I moved to my new place, and my new place didn't have a good internet connection, and I had to find an alternate solution to streaming. So yeah, now I'm here, and it's hopefully settled, and there can be more of a regular schedule to my so far very inconsistent streaming. Car, you can play white characters. I believe in you. I believe that you can do that. Scarlett Johansson couldn't play white. That just feels dull for her. She needs a bigger challenge. I come back later if I can. Are you leaving already? At least tell me how you've been. Have you been okay? Have you been good? The last time I talked to you, I feel like you were working on some project for university? Or am I wrong? But yes, I mean, do come back later if you can. We'll be here for probably 2 hours, probably. Everything's so good. Good to hear. You're working on it still. I'm going to take a shower, so I'll be back in, but everybody's leaving me. Oh well, it's fine. I have my, what do I have? I have a room that's too warm for me, and I also have my freshly rinsed skin from my face mask, which is the thing in the world that makes me feel the gayest. It's putting on a face mask and cleaning it and feel like, oh, I'm healthy now. But you know, there is a difference. There is a smooth difference. Actually, Car, before you leave, can you tell me, when you use a face mask, are you supposed to put a moisturizer on afterwards, or are you just supposed to leave it? Because I'm not sure anymore. And I feel like you're the expert, Car. That was a reference to the room, by the way. It seems like you're the expert, Mark. The best Squirtle cosplay. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was my plan. Oh, Alberto is growing so quickly. He's growing like a dick in Speedo season. I didn't say that. Ignore the fact that I said that. I'm not that person. I don't want to be that person. And I refuse to believe that I am. So. Oh, come on, girl. Just give me that experience. I wonder what that character is thinking, considering I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I've been doing that for like days, so I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, firefighting that motherfucker. You know, I don't know why I keep saying that I can't play music here, because Nintendo will sue me. Because, you know, if they dropped by this stream and heard that I was swearing over their product, I'm sure they'd sue me anyway, so. They would have sued me already because I keep swearing. And you know, they're not above suing. They're not. They could make an example out of me. Come on, babe. Should I ask my sister if she could do that final drawing? No. No. But I could, if I ever do another Nuzlocke stream, which, you know, in reality, I will end up doing another Nuzlocke stream at some point. Maybe I could try to draw them myself. Actually, no. No, I will not, because I tried to draw the final one myself, and it was terrible. I will admit that was terrible. Like, I like to pretend that I'm not a horrible drawing artist, because I had a DeviantArt back in the day, and it was very important to me. I guarded those views with my life, and the more views I got, the more worthy I was of love and attention. But yeah, no, yeah, I tried to draw an Archon. Archon? I have this debate with myself every single day. Is it Archon or is it Archon? I don't know. The Archon. Yeah, Archeops. Archeops? I don't know. Whatever. I tried to draw the bird, and it was terrible. Actually, yesterday I played a really fun drawing game. On the subject of drawing, I played a really fun drawing game with my friends over the internet, where basically we all had our drawing sheets and a pencil, and basically we were webcamming, and one of us would come up with a character, a cartoon character or figure, and the other ones would have to draw it from memory, and it was so much fun, honestly. The first one, coincidentally, was an Oddish, and I didn't pick it. And I was like, I know what an Oddish looks like. He's on my stream every single day. So, And he has cute feet and cute little eyes. So yeah, I nailed that one. But the other ones, yeah. I mean, it's more fun when it's a bit of a challenge, when you don't remember it. So they turn out horrible. But yeah, no, I underestimated how much fun that was. That felt like an appropriate way to spend an evening as a 26-year-old. Come on, Odino. Everybody else left to have showers and do things, but it's still here with me. She treats me well. I'm glad he's growing quickly. It's good that he's growing quickly, because I wouldn't have had the patience. I just have to keep thinking, but there's only 3 more Pokemon to train. 3 more. Including this one, so it's really this one and 2 more. And then I can move on with my life and not fool around in this bush anymore. I wonder what the initial reviews for this game were, if they were like very positive or just decent, because a part of me assumes that they wouldn't be, because I don't like them. I'm very critical. I used to work as a critic, so as a critic myself, like if I played this game, I'd probably be highly critical of it and not enjoy them. But something tells me that this was well received back in the day. Then again, if you look at like the newer ones, like compared to Let's Go, this is a treasure. This is a good game compared to Let's Go. Even with the wonky graphics. I think that's the thing that bothers me the most, besides the horrible designs of the characters. I think it's the human forms. I mean, look at them. Look at the skinny arms. They're so thin. And there's something about, yeah, I don't like it. I mean, if you look at Diamond and Pearl in comparison, and Platinum, of course, the graphic there looks just as nice. Well, it's not just as nice, it's better than nice. It feels more consistently beautiful, and then some parts of this game are decent, and some are nice, some are decent, but some of them are also terrible. But in Diamond and Pearl, everything is like consistently beautiful, and it was the first game that they made for the DS as well. I mean, these games currently came out like what, 4 years after, so it would make sense that they would like sort of have realized how to utilize the DS's capacity at that point in a better way, but turns out they didn't, because this doesn't look good. Oh my god, can there just be an Audino? Just give me a little Audino. I thought they'd realized by now that was the entire point of this game, was finding Audinos. Oh, fucking this dog. Fire punch. I love punching dogs. Actually, what I should be doing now is working on achieving the Twitch affiliate status. But I don't even remember how to do that. I suppose you have to have like a certain amount of active. I suppose it's about the average amount of viewers, isn't it? I suppose that's the one that has to actually come up, because, you know, there's no way we're getting into a Twitch affiliate with 2 viewers right now. Although I do appreciate you guys a lot. Even the ones of you who are silent. What's that noise? Damn. Is it the train? Basically, my new house is right between the highway and the railroads. So there's always either car traffic or a train passing. So there's a lot of noise. And that I will not lie, that is quite frustrating at times, especially when it's in the night and you want to sleep, and they decide that, oh no, we're gonna have a train pass by, or we're gonna do some cleaning on the railroads, the rail tracks. We're gonna clean them, we're gonna upgrade them in the middle of the night, without announcing it. The last time that happened to me, I actually emailed them and demanded that they put me up in a hotel, which they did. And it was so stupid as well, because the weekend that we're going to put me up in the hotel, I was already traveling, so I wouldn't be by the railroads when they were working. So they put me up in a hotel. I stay there for one night, and then I leave, come back 2 days later to stay another night, and then... So I had that room for a full 5 days and only used it for 2. Which was pointless. But, you know, it was nice those 2 nights. It's pleasant. Bump, ba-dum, bump. Didn't this game have a way of utilizing the DSi's camera feature? It did though, didn't it? It was through the Pokegear equivalent or whatever it was. You could do that, and then it I don't remember what it did. Could you couldn't video chat, could you? Nintendo would never be that innovative with a Pokemon game. Game Freak would never be that innovative. There we go, baby. No. Oh my god. This dog. After I finish this game, I never want to see that dog ever again. I really, if I see it, I'm gonna probably just kill it and move on with my life. Because there's really not much more that I can do. Oh, go get it. Go get it, Belinda. Now, who am I? Brenda? Is that my name? Yes, it is. It's Brenda. Brenda! Oh, I'm getting messages. Why are you messaging me right now? Fire punch, baby. Can't they tell that I'm busy? Or do they assume that because I posted a Facebook picture half an hour ago, I will be available for comments? Oh god, there it is again. Good for him! Maybe he's learning. Do you guys like my t-shirt, by the way? It's so fucking cute, isn't it? I wish though that it didn't have his name, because that just feels unnecessary. People know who this is. And if they don't know who it is, then maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't want them to know. Maybe I don't want to have anything to do with them. Basically, this I don't know if it's a Scandinavian shop or if it's just a Norwegian one, but they had a Pokemon collection where they have a Pikachu shirt, a Psyduck shirt, and also a Mewtwo shirt, and they're all really cool. So I got the Pikachu one and the Psyduck one, but I didn't get the Mewtwo one because, you know, consumerism and whatever. Let's try not to buy any more things than what's actually necessary. Try to treat the Earth and the planet with some decency and respect. That's why I didn't get Mewtwo. Not because, you know, I only like cute Pokemon. Wait, what level are we at now? 54? I mean, we're almost finished with him. And after that, there's only 2 more. 2 fucking more. Oh, I can see the end. I went down to the beach today because, get this, my new house is right by the beach. So I get to go to the beach whenever I want to. I mean, the water is cold as shit, but it's still a beach. So I went down there today because I was like, okay, I need to get back into my exercise routine. So maybe, you know, if the water is not pissing cold, that doesn't make sense, piss isn't cold. If it's not really, really cold, then maybe I could just swim there instead of buying a subscription to my gym and swim there. Turns out the water is a bit cold, but it might just be worth it because I need to get back into the exercise routine. And it's been a while. It has been a while, since like March. I finished in April. So it's been like 4 months since I last exercised properly. You know, I've been hiking on the mountains and stuff, so it's not like I've been like standing still for thank you, Oaken. Thank you. It was sort of a realization that when I put on my blue face mask, I was like, wait, I'm wearing a blue t-shirt, which I'm not wearing now, coincidentally. And I have the blue hair, and now I have a blue face mask, so, you know. I thought it was funny, anyways. And I also realized I put on the face mask before I took off my t-shirt, so, you know, you can imagine how complicated that was without messing up the entire t-shirt. How are you? How has your day been? It is late in the evening for you, isn't it? So, you know. Is this the final one? No, we're gonna need 2 more. This one and then another one, yeah. Oh god, leave me. Leave me be. I'm not going to face the legendary monster again. It's not happening. Stop. Just leave. I don't want you. I don't want you, Thunderous. Buh. Is my hair messed up? A little bit? It's fine. It's late in the evening for you. Isn't it late in the evening for you as well? Didn't we establish this? That you have the same... Did we establish that you have the same time zone as me? Because, I mean, this is not late for me. Because, you know, I stay up way too late anyways. And ruin my life. Your hair is always messed up. You come into my house. And you tell me that it's late for me. And I'm always messed up. Like, what? What is happening? What did I ever do to you? What is this rudeness? I'm always behind you. What do you mean? As in the time because you're 1 hour behind me? Or are you standing behind me? Because, you know, if that would be very impressive considering I'm on the 4th floor. Your existence is messy? I can't believe I've come here to be read today. Until October when I will be in front of you. I mean, yeah, just get me a sailboat so I don't have to fly to London. I really don't want to fly. I really want to be a nice guy. And not get on a plane. Honestly, same. Honestly, same what? Are you also behind me? And are you also going to be in front of me? I still didn't get an answer to why you're being so rude with me. It makes me very sad. I don't think I deserve that. Fire punched the shit out of him. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So that's this Pokemon trained, and that means that we only have 2 more. Which I can appreciate. I don't think I could take a road trip to South Korea, seeing as North Korea is in the way. Unfortunately. Do you have to drive by North Korea? Can't you just drive down? On the side? Isn't that possible? Okay. Now we have... The only problem is that now we have 2 Pokemon who are not really strong enough to defend themselves properly. So that's, you know, that's interesting. That is interesting. I'll be lurking. Is that a skitty underneath a basket? Holy shit, how... You have the best collection of pictures. Jesus. Oh, I'm so jealous. See, I'm a nice guy. I don't deserve the hate. It looks like a rock to me. I mean, did you kill it? I don't think that's a rock. Because it wouldn't be... If it was underneath a rock, then it wouldn't be able to get out from that, you know? It would be dead, I assume. Yeah, don't you fucking attract me. That's not very nice. 3,000 experience? Oh yeah, because I'm closer to his level. That is how it works. I remember now. Oh no, no, no. Oh god. Yes, it's a basket. Yeah, it is a basket. Of course it's a basket. It's a cute cat Pokemon. Of course it's in a basket. How was the shower? Are you feeling clean now? Less stinky? Because I don't want you in the stream if you're smelly. My technology is so modern, I can smell what you smell through this screen. Good to hear. Now, my question for you earlier, which you didn't reply to because I'm guessing that you'd left already, is it was actually after doing face masks, are you supposed to put moisturizer on afterwards? Or are you supposed to just leave it like that? So clean that you can eat a hot dog out of my... Why do you subject me to these things? He wants to shower with you. That is too bad. Not after the things that he just said to me. Nobody's showering with me and talking about eating hot dogs out of buttholes. That is not happening. Sorry about it. Oh wow, that did like no damage. To replenish, I put on hydrating toners and moisturizer after I clay mask to replenish the hydration. Damn, you're a professional. So yeah, I did the right thing then. I mean, it makes sense because my skin feels amazing right now. It really does. If only the guys knew. I guess I have to put that on my Tinder. My skin feels amazing. You can eat hot dogs out of my... No. I feel like that would alienate some of my potential suitors. Or most of them. What is life, really, if it's not spending time on this particular route, going back and forth in front of this poor woman or man? Is there an actual life after this? I used to have always hungry in mind. And how did that work for you? How did that work for you? Because I mean, I feel like that's a line that could work. It works when you're as skinny as you are, but you know, if you were, if it was used on a profile that was chubby or fat, then I don't think people would see it as nice. And people would always say hungry for dick. Of course they would. That's how they work. So I gave it up. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't touch me, Pachirisu. I mean, I'm Olga. Do not touch me. So I gave it up. Yeah, that's fair. Mine is actually, I mean, I find mine very charming. Let me read it for you. This is my Tinder profile. And it's supposed to... This is my Tinder profile. Oh, I hate that when the photos aren't the way that when they're mirrored, I hate them. But yes, so I also have a little cheeky shirtless one as well because I need to show that there's something there, I guess. I also have my photo with Carly Rae Jepsen because I want them to see that, you know, I have connections, I'm a nice person. And I've met Jesus, so basically my profile says the first thing it says is a joke. It says, I'll let you pick our Dolmio day. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever commented on that, so maybe other people don't find that as amusing as I do. Because, you know, the Dolmio day is not something that you really think about. It's not something that people go around thinking about. But I was thinking like, what if you meet a guy or a girl and it's like the one, but it turns out they have a different Dolmio day? Yes. Which day is your Dolmio day? Wait, do the English commercials not say that? Isn't Dolmio day a concept? Let me just Google this. Wait for me, Audino. Dolmio day. Yes, it goes, when's your Dolmio day? I guess in English or American English. When's your Dolmio day? And in Norway it would be Vilken dag är din Dolmio dag? Which I always found funny. But anyway, it also says, I'm a geeky journalist and aspiring TV writer who spends too much time watching shows and playing Nintendo to actually produce or write anything. I mean, I feel like that describes me to a T because that's what I do. I'm like, oh, I'm a writer. I have a script. And then I'm like, fully not writing anything because I'm busy grinding Audinos. That's what I do. And then I say, I'm Oslo based, meet for a coffee. I mean, I don't know why I say that because I don't drink coffee. Maybe I was just going for the illusion that I'm actually an adult, which I'm not. Because, you know, I'm basically a child. And then as the final message on here, it says, P.S. The first generation is not the best generation of Pokemon. Which is something that I purely put in to, you know, draw in the Pokemon fans. Because it's, you know, it's a controversial statement because people always love first gen, you know. It's first gen or nothing. So basically that one really works because people keep commenting like, oh, if the first generation is not the best one, then which is? And by asking that, you also get their opinion. If they are, you know, interesting people, then they and, you know, real Pokemon fans, then they would be able to say something about whether or not the first generation is bad compared to the other ones. They could, you know, if they actually pick other generations as their favorite, then, you know, that makes them interesting. They're not just like, oh, yeah, what was even Pokemon after the first generation? Was there even a point of buying the other games? I mean, nowadays they make Pokemon out of everything. It's probably like a trash bag Pokemon, which there is. But yeah, no. I always get frustrated with Gen 1ers because it just feels, I don't know, it's not like the first generation is bad or anything, but it's not clearly superior to any of them. So it just feels stupid to go around talking about how the first generation is so good compared to everyone else. Gen 1ers didn't move past the shitty anime. The anime was not shitty. I mean, it's a very basic anime, but but it's you know, it's nice. It's entertaining. Team Rocket is amazing. And they had amazing girls. Misty was a class act who beat her Psyduck. Poor baby. And you had May, who was gorgeous, but I guess the anime didn't really do that. That was more Ken Sugimori, who did, the designer of most of the Pokemon, I guess, and the characters and the drawing artist. And you know, you had Dawn, who was also beautiful. Why am I sat here talking about how the girls were all beautiful? As you know, the strong suit of the anime. I don't know. I don't actually know. But you know, I was entertained by the anime. I was. I mean, as a child, even the fillers were fun, you know? That was... And you didn't really... I mean, I didn't catch up on the fact that basically the entire TV show was just an advert for the video games and all of the merch that was available. Because I mean, every new episode was just basically, oh look, there's this new Pokemon that we haven't encountered before. Wouldn't you like to get to know it? Maybe you would like to buy some toys of it, or figurines, or candy, or t-shirts, or yeah. I didn't really pick up on how full of advertisement that show really was. Or, you know, because I mean, the story isn't good. It doesn't feel like it's not really it doesn't really do anything very interesting compared to the games, so, you know. So I suppose it was a bit shitty, but I didn't notice that. I had fun. And I bet you did too. As long as you weren't watching Digimon, because, you know, that was, yeah. Actually, Digimon probably had a better plotline, storyline than Pokemon, didn't it? But did Digimon start as a game, or was Digimon originally an anime? Even a manga, potentially. I didn't really watch it. Well, good. Because, I mean, what was the point? When you had Pokemon, why would you have anything to do with Digimon? Besides, some of the Digimon games were actually fun. I enjoyed that. And the rest of my Tinder profile is basically just, you know, run away with me, and I don't know. And I don't know. I feel like it's a decent profile. The only really big problem besides this is the fact that none of the photos that I have on there. Or actually, yeah, one of them is. I was gonna say most of them are selfies. They're basically just selfies, so it looks like I don't have friends. But really, the matter of fact is that I don't have friends who take photos. I'm the friend who takes the photos, which is a problem because it means that I mostly just have selfies to post and not really like many friends photos. And also, don't you hate it when you go on a Tinder profile or you see a Tinder profile and when they don't have any photos of themselves alone, so it's just like them in the middle of a group, and you have to be like Sherlock Holmes to figure out which one it actually is. I hate that. At least with my profile, you know it's me, because I'm the only one there. Except for Carly. Oh fuck. Which one are you? Because if you're not that one, the one specifically that I want, I don't want you. Kill fungus. Fungus. Are the names Fungus and Amoongus, is it supposed to be Fungus Among Us? As in Among Us, as in mushrooms are among us? Because that's always how I thought of it, like Fungus Among Us. I hope it is. I remember my best friend showing me his Tinder profile and asking me to help him change it. Oh, that is a vote of confidence. That is a definite vote of confidence, and you know, you should take that very seriously. I would love it if friends came to me and like, okay, can you analyze my Tinder profile and help me change it up so that I can attract myself a piece of human meat. I would love that. And he had 4 words describing himself: his name, age, location. What is he on chat roulette? Talk about yourself. And then like, I'm eagerly awaiting the continuing of this. 3 paragraphs of what he's looking for. Oh, see, that is an issue. There should be if you're gonna list what you want in another person, then you should be at least listing the same amount of stuff about yourself. Because that makes it, I mean, that shows that you also care about, I mean, you're sort of like, you can't just be all about what you want. You also have to show what you can give them. Because it can't be all take and no give. Obviously. Oh, actually, the worst kind of Tinder profile is actually the ones that don't really have a bio. They just list their height. As somebody who's particularly short, I mean, I'm not particularly short. In centimeters, I'm 171, which isn't, it's not high, it's not tall, but it's not the shortest either. But I mean, in gay standards, basically it's a terrible thing, because apparently all of the Tinder gays in Oslo they would list their heights and be like, I'm looking for somebody tall, and I'm like, thank you for that. Height discrimination is a thing. It really is a thing. Not as much as people who discriminate against overweight people, but you know, height discrimination, man. Oh my god, what is that emoji? Or emoticon or whatever. What is that? That is a disgusting face. Hello, welcome to this Pokémon Black and White Nuzlocke challenge run, which is about to get to the end station, hopefully. If I can get these Pokemon into a proper level before taking on the Elite Four. I'm taller than you. I mean, most people are. How much taller, you son of a bitch? How are you, Grinderud? 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 I don't know. I remember your nickname from the old days, the forums and whatever not. So, but I don't think I've ever met you, so I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. So apologies if it's terrible. My K-pop height is 187 centimeters. What the fuck is your K-pop height compared to your height? Are you actually 187? Because I mean, okay, that's pretty tall, isn't it? It's almost 190, so you know that's tall. You're 180. Then what is a K-pop height? What does that mean? Let me actually. I don't know. Am I subscribed to you, Grinderu, already, or should I do that now? I think I just added you as a friend, and I thought I was going to follow you, but I mean, I don't mind. I need more people to follow on this website anyway. Oh, son of a bitch. I wasn't actually signed in to the internet. Yeah. Oh, this is taking its time. Yeah, my internet connection is not brilliant at the moment, so it takes a while. Because they always lie about their height in their K-pop profiles. Oh, that is fair. Welcome back, Oaken. Oh, I do. Wait, I got a new friend request? Who? Oh. Yes, I will accept that. Thank you. Cool. Now that is done. Welcome back, Oaken. How was whatever it was that you had to do? What are K-pop profiles? Is it like an official K-pop register where they lie about their height? That's just fascinating. Imagine like there being like an official American pop music register. Like imagine Britney and Christina lying about their height in like in an official register. Very much fun. I had a break from you. What is with this hateful attitude today? Oh my god. What did I actually do to you? Some of them lie about their ages. I mean, I can imagine they would try to go for younger. Yeah, because I mean they have to be available for their younger fans, don't they? If you know the great K-pop group Sistar. No, I'm not aware of this group. But tell me, how young did they pretend to be? And how young is their demographic? Because, you know. I hope you guys can appreciate my decorations, by the way. Who doesn't know Sistar? Somebody who basically only knows BTS and Girls' Generation. That is who. Are you gonna say something mean about me now? Because I will not appreciate that. Oh my god, what is that? Ugly emoticon. Gridrud, what is that? Who is he? Is that you? Like a few months young? Wait, they lied about being a few months younger? What is the point of that? Why even go to that level? Like, why even stoop to that level of lying about your age if you're only gonna lie about being a couple of months younger? Like, oh yeah, I was born in January. But really, I'm an August baby. Like, what is that? Hey, how's the grind going? Hi man. How is life back in Norway? Are you settling in all right? I read that there was a stressful situation to get back home. I hope you're okay and that you got all of your things. But let's not think about that, because if you've forgotten about them, then it's fine. What are you gonna do about you being rude? Smack you in the mouth? I don't know. The Korean age system is different. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So lying about which month you're born in matters a lot. Really? I didn't think about that. Oh my god, I have to ask my K-pop expert friends about this. Damn. I know that their age system is somewhat different from the Western one, but I can't remember how. Yeah, lots of people to meet before going back to the capital. So, are you going back to the capital to live, or is that the plan? Can we have regular Smash meetups? Because I need somebody to go with to the local tournaments, because I don't want to go alone. Because I know I'm gonna get destroyed, and it's not fun to get destroyed when you're all alone. But in East Asian age reckoning, it can mean the difference of being a year younger. You're 1 when you're born, and you turn a year older when it's a new year. Ah, holy shit. Indeed. Live for 1 year at least. I'll join as moral support. Yes, please do. Because, you know, they have regular meetups. I do actually know who you are. I remember you from the forums. And I feel like we were Facebook friends at some point. Maybe we still are. I don't know. We could be. But I remember you from the forums. I think I remember your face. Or at least the way your face was like 15 years ago. That's probably your face, yeah. Okay, Seba, you're gonna live there for at least 1 year. Do you have any specific plans? Are you working there, or like, is that the plan? Do you still have studies to finish, or you? I'm very confused. Master's program, damn. I was like 12 or 14 or something at that time. Damn. I don't remember how old I was at that point. Probably 15, 16. Something like that, yeah. So it's been 10 years. Damn. It's been 10 fucking years since the forum days. And my mind is still pretty much the same. Still pretty much do all the same things that I used to do. Except that I sold most of my Pokemon cards. One of the old forum members actually messaged me and asked to buy some of my old cards, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. You can get all of my rare ones, it's fine. So now whenever I play a Pokemon trading card game, I only use like the very basic old ones, because I don't play with a format if I just play for fun back home. One of your fans is behind you. I love getting messages like, oh, he's behind you. I mean, I put them there for moral support. They're very nice to have. You're 28, but in East Age Reckoning, I'm 30. Damn, you're 30. Damn. Sorry about that, mate. I mean, I may be shorter than you, but at least I'm not 30 in the East Age Reckoning. In the East Age Reckoning. At least you can speak, which I cannot. You only have energy cards. I mean, I do have a lot of energy cards. But you need energy cards to play, so that's fine. It's fine. And you know, if you only play with energy cards, then you're always gonna get the card that you want. I don't really see the problem. I actually played some trading card game over the summer with my sister, because I brought all of my cards from storage. By storage, I mean the basement of my grandparents' house. So I brought them with me, and we played some. We made some decks, and it was fun. It's fun. We mixed them up like properly. So we had really old cards where the Pokemon have like 50 health points if they're decent, and their attacks do like 10 damage, 10 and 20 damage. And I had this card called Sabrina's Jinx, and I thought that was super cool because, you know, I like Sabrina and like Jinx, so Sabrina's Jinx was like the best. And it has 2 attacks. If you don't want to look it up, I will tell you what those attacks are. Sabrina's Jinx can do Good Night, does 10 damage, puts you to sleep, and it puts the opponent to sleep. And it also has the attack Good Morning, which does 20 damage, and if the defending Pokemon is asleep, it wakes up. It's brilliant. So we mixed those cards with modern cards that have like between 100 and 250 health points. And you know, it was a bit unbalanced, I guess you could say. And you can't even use them in the current gen. What do you mean you can't even use what? Energy cards? Or old cards? Because you know, who cares about that? Pretty sure they still have energy cards. But you know, the old ones, it's fine. I mean, you can't use them in official tournaments. In the way that it works is that they have a format where specific sets are allowed. Usually it will be the ones that came out in like the last 2 years are allowed to be used. And then after a certain amount of time they cut out the old ones, because you're not supposed to be able to combine all of the cards, because then you could come up with some really overpowered strategies. So you know, you're not supposed to do that. But you know, if you play for fun like I do, and you don't really do tournaments anymore because you don't go to league events, then who cares? Actually, there are tournaments that do a what is it called? There's a term for when you don't actually follow the modern format and you can just use any cards that you want. But I don't remember what the word is. The Pokemon trading card game is so much fun though. It is so nice. I mean, the trading card game actually introduced me to so many of my current friends, either through the forums or the official Norwegian forums, or through the Pokemon League events. There were so many great people there, which is probably why I've kept in touch with so many of them. Pokemon is a great thing to get to know people around. It's a great friendship maker, really. Unless it's Pokemon Black and White, because I'm sure that there are no good friendships that would come out of this game. Also, I will add that the Pokemon trading card game is brilliant because the cards smell amazing. I love the smell of fresh Pokemon cards. It's just like, maybe it's just like the nostalgia, the feeling of like when you were a child and you got a new pack of Pokemon cards, and you would be so excited about which one you would get. And yeah, maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just that nostalgia, but I love the smell of new Pokemon cards. I met like 2 people from the forums, I think. Only 2 people. I mean, I guess not all of us needed to base our entire social lives around that forum, so I suppose that is acceptable. Why did I use recover? That makes no sense. Who did you meet then, if I may ask? Who did you see? Because I don't remember who you used to like connect with on the forum, because you know I basically don't remember anything from the forum now. I only remember names and maybe some faces. Oh yeah, they're very nice people. I've met them as well multiple times. They're very good people. No, I saw Vetle at the gym once. You saw him at the gym once. I've seen him at the subway once, but I didn't say hi because I sort of like, he was heading in another direction and it was too late, and yeah. But he does actually attend the Smash events that I want to go to, so I might see him there at some point. And he's you know, a hardcore Smasher as well. Sorry to any viewers who did not grow up visiting the Norwegian Pokemon forums. Sorry for excluding you completely. Smash event. There are weekly Smash tournaments at the House of Nerds in Oslo. You can pay a certain amount of money and then you can go in and compete in tournaments. And they have separate tournaments for 64, Melee, Melee, and Brawl, and Ultimate. I do not believe they do. They do them weekly, yeah. So I think they're a pretty like tight group, I think. Time to bring my controller to work. Yeah, I think you should. What do you work as, if I may ask? I myself am an editor of a business-to-business website, so I am also in Oslo every single day. I mean, not that I don't live in Oslo, because I live in Oslo. Why am I using this Pokemon when I know that he doesn't have any power points left? Come on, Ole Bruce. Technical advisor? What sort of job is that? Or what does it entitle? I mean, what does it include? Acrobatics, I guess. I don't remember what acrobatics actually does. I think it has something to do with not holding an item. I think if you don't hold an item, power increases. Oh, look at that little lag. Wow. Is that Coca-Cola you're drinking? Heathen. Actually, it's Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, so... You help? Oh, okay. Damn. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're helping people. It's a good thing to be able to help people. In what subject? Are you like, do you work in a shop, like, or a specific firm or something like that? Something that I would know? And also, yes, I'm drinking Coca-Cola, yeah. I think I'm in sort of like, I'm at a crossroads in life where I am deciding whether or not to keep Pepsi in my life. And it's honestly a struggle because I've based so much of my personality around my Pepsi addiction. So, you know, it feels weird to not have Pepsi in my house. It does feel weird. But I was back home on the West Coast this summer, and back home they don't really buy Pepsi for the house, so they only buy Coke Zero. And even though they know that I drink it, they will not buy it because they don't drink it themselves, or they don't drink it until I put a bottle of it in the fridge. Suddenly it goes missing. So yeah, it was just easier for me to drink Coca-Cola Zero Sugar for the summer, and then I sort of got used to that. And then I went to Sweden and I bought a shit ton of Coca-Cola Zero. You're one of two people I know who would pick Pepsi over cola. I mean, at least they have taste. I appreciate the Pepsi brand over the Coca-Cola brand. I don't really like the Coca-Cola brand. I swear they do shitty things, and Pepsi do nice things. I swear they're good and evil, basically. In an office building. Yeah, okay. I see. I'm also in a very boring office building. But I should be getting out more. But you know, I could. And I'm going to. Pepsi Max is good though. You prefer Diet Pepsi over Max. They both have their perks. They're both nice in their own way. Wait, I'm supposed to heal. Did I heal? Did I go to the Pokemon Center? I did. Oh, she is so beautiful. Pepsi Max, I mean, I don't know what it's like in the UK at the moment, but I mean, you probably remember from when you were here that Pepsi Max is sort of like the big thing here. I think Pepsi Max is actually more popular here than Coca-Cola. Also, diet sodas are much more popular than regular sodas here, so if somebody gave me regular Coca-Cola, I would throw it away. I would pour it out because I think regular Coca-Cola is disgusting. I really cannot drink it. And I used to drink it a lot as a child. I used to have so much. And I gained a lot of weight. But now it's like I cannot drink it. It's terrible. How was it working for 730? 730 was amazing. I loved working there. It was a really, really good job, and I worked with some great people. I did a lot of fun things. I got to travel a lot with Netflix and HBO and Fox, and see so many nice people and meet really cool and interesting people in the industry. So yeah, that was great. But it was only a part-time thing. I really wish that I could do it full-time. Or I really wish that I had been able to do it full-time, but I wasn't able to do that full-time. it's sort of it's difficult to be in the. You can't really be a journalist and write about entertainment in Norway and expect to have that as a full-time job. You'd have to have multiple ones because nobody in Norway pays for entertainment writing, which is why yeah. So it was really good though. Thank you for asking. How did you know I worked for them? Is it because we are Facebook friends? Is that is that why? Unless you end up working in NRK. I mean, yeah, that I guess you could. I guess they have some. Yeah, you could. I guess you could work part-time radio there because they have a lot of people who write for them also do radio shows for them. So I guess you could do entertainment throughout like multiple media channels for them. So I could try to. In the future, I could try to maybe get in with them, but it's quite hard to work in NRK. You basically have to already have worked for them. Same really. Also now we have sugar tax, so it's more expensive. Is it? Oh, about the light soda and the regular soda. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, probably. Also, yeah, we also. I think we have the sugar tax now. I think they taxed it. Pretty sure they did, yeah. Yes, because that's why I stacked up so many bottles of Pepsi a couple of years ago. Was it in 2017? Yeah, it was. We do have the sugar tax, which for some reason also affects sugar-free sodas. So there's supposed to be some logic in it, but I am not quite sure where it is. How far do we have to go with this Pokemon? Okay, a couple of more levels and it's fine. Grinderud, do you recognize the name of the Pokemon that I'm using? The nickname, that is. See if you do. I don't know if you should be recognizing it or not, but hello, my mom's account. How are you? Welcome to this endless Pokemon Black and White Nuzlocke challenge run, where we grind endlessly to try and not die, because I am terrified of dying. Who? Common Croc is a forum member who was probably known as. Well, actually, I don't know what she was known as in the forums. I don't know if you know Nana. Did you ever meet Nana? She was very active. I was playing Smash 3DS. Oh, cool. I'm glad to see people are still playing that. Smash Run is still the shit. I really like Smash Run. It makes me really sad that it wasn't included in the Wii U version, and also it wasn't included in Ultimate. I really like that mode. It's so much fun. I know who you're talking about. Never talked to her though. Well, she's very nice. She was basically what I did with this stream, because obviously this is a Nuzlocke challenge, and there had to be a theme for the names. So I basically just named the characters, the Pokemon, after the people in the chat. So she stopped by the chat, and I was like, okay, cool. So I'll name the next ones after you guys. I'll just write it up a little bit on my phone. Alright, Grinderud. You can choose another nickname if you want it to be, but I'll just type that up as a... And the other one should be my mom's account. I think that might be too much. Probably too much, yeah, it's more than 10 letters. If my mom's account has a request for another nickname I could give a Pokemon that I catch, then you can submit it and I will write it down. It has to be less than 10 letters. What's a Nuzlocke challenge? A Nuzlocke challenge is basically something that the fans came up with for the DS games when they wanted a bigger challenge. So basically a Nuzlocke challenge is when basically you can only catch the first Pokemon, the very first Pokemon that you find in a route. You can only catch that one. And if your Pokemon dies, then it's basically dead. You cannot use it anymore, so you have to put it in the PC and just leave it there. So considering there was only a limited amount of routes available, then there is a possibility that you either run out of Pokemon, or you wipe completely and you lose all of your Pokemon, and you've lost the game, sort of. So it's just like it's basically just a way to try and make the games a little bit more difficult, and it's a matter of life and death. I downloaded the DLC since it'll be a while before I can obtain a Switch and Smash Ultimate. Figured I'd hook myself up in the meantime. Oh yeah, there was DLC for the Smash 3DS game. Because they included Lucas and Roy and I don't know, who was it? Who were the other DLC characters? Mewtwo, yeah. And I don't even remember. I pretty much stopped playing the 3DS one once the Wii U version came out, unless I was going to go play Smash Run, because it's worth it. How did you guys end up finding the stream, by the way? Grindrud, I'm guessing maybe you saw it on social media, because I swear we are connected through some social media. I just cannot remember specifically which one. But my mom's account, how did you end up finding us? Did you on Twitter maybe? Don't forget to drink/eat/medication/sleep or take breaks. Stretches work too. You're valid and loved. I mean, appreciate that. I will not forget to drink, and I just ate a couple of hours ago. And I did not actually take my medication yet, because my allergy pills, I'm supposed to take that one every single day, but I didn't, because I'm a bad guy. Duh. Boop, 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 boop. Your hair is cool, thank you, appreciate that. I dyed it back in May. I never dyed my hair before. Actually, that's a lie, I did it once before, but it was sort of like a half-serious attempt, which ended up terrible. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this before I get too old to do it. So I went to the hairdresser and I was like, give me bright fucking blue. And he did. And I loved it. And now it's sort of like, it turns, I mean, the pigments are sort of back already, so it goes green very quickly. So I have to refresh the color every once in a while. But it's about to fade completely. But thank you, Grahams. How are you, and how did you find this stream? My mom's account says, just browsing Twitch. That's fair, I'm glad Pokemon has the ability to just draw somebody in. I feel like a lot of people come because they see that I'm playing Black and White. And I've been very vocal in the past about not really being fond of Black and White as games. And this is sort of my attempt at giving it a second chance. And, it's... I still will say that it's my least favorite generation, but I have enjoyed this experience. I have, mostly because of you guys and the fact that you come back and chat with me and keep me company as I just grind Audinos every single day. My main in Smash 4 is random. Yeah. It says, okay, you're saying that for DLC it had Mewtwo, Lucas, Roy, Ryu, Bayonetta, and Corrin. Yeah, I suppose Ryu, Bayonetta, and Corrin were like the new ones. Yeah, okay, cool. I remember that now. And Cloud. Yeah, Cloud as well, yeah. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Platinum. Really? Oh. It's always, for some reason, it's always surprising to me when somebody who used to like Pokemon in the past drops out. I'm like, wait, what? People grow out of things? People stop enjoying things? It's like, what? People change? Who knew? Not me. Because apparently I didn't change at all. Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't get back into it. I mean, Sword and Shield could be brilliant. Could be decent. Could be okay. Cloud and Bayonetta is an automatic win. They were a really big struggle, weren't they? They were overpowered as hell. I mean, if you have Cloud and he's charged up with whatever charger he was able to get, like, what is it called? A charge? Whatever he does? Yeah. I mean, if you had him with that, you were basically set to win. I started playing MapleStory instead. MapleStory, now that is something you don't hear about every day. Or at least not if you're me. Because, I mean, maybe it's still big? I remember trying that out once, and I really liked the graphics. The graphics were very cute. It was very on brand for me, and but I for some reason I just stopped playing, which is always what I do with PC games. Anyway, there's something about PC games I'm just like I cannot stick with them. I don't know. I just get tired. I don't know why. It has to be a mental thing. Getting Sword and Shield for my Switch. I'm glad to hear that. I'm hoping that they're decent, even if they just aren't keeping all the Pokemon. I think it's lost its charm. There are better MMO games out there. Oh yeah, MapleStory, yeah. I honestly haven't played MMO games since World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. So I'm not the one to ask about MMOs. And now you just play World of Warcraft, yeah. Are you excited for the classic one then, the vanilla one, or is that something that you already play? Because I know some people play it on private servers, don't they? Like, I played Bayo earlier and two-stacked someone without taking damage. If that ain't OP, I don't know what is. I mean, yes, that is what happens when you play Bayo these days. I mean, those days anyway, because now Bayo's been nerfed, right? Ish? I suppose she's still good, but she's been nerfed, right? I hope. I'm just waiting for Hero to be nerfed because that shit is crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen him in action, but he's crazy. Insane. I forgot to save the replay, so I hope you'll believe me when I say that. I believe you. I have no trouble believing that. I didn't begin with WoW until Cataclysm and played it on and off until the last expansion. Played it as my main game for 3.5 years. That's impressive. That is impressive. I remember I actually got Cataclysm from my local game shop. It was closing down. The thing is, it was closing down, and the boss there, who was like super friendly, he was like, okay, buy this game. They're heavily discounted because we're closing down. And then go to the other shop and just tell them that you got it there. And just keep the plastic on and just get the money back. And then get a full retail price worth of money back. It was brilliant. So I didn't actually play Cataclysm. I just bought it and then returned it in another store and got money for it. It's gonna be interesting playing World Classic in 2 weeks. I actually, right before the summer, I went and I downloaded, because there was that offer or something where you could just like play the basic game and for a certain amount of time, and if you wanted to, you could just upgrade and buy the entire sort of games plus expansion packs for a certain amount of money. And I tried to play as a blood elf, and it was just endless grinding. And if you've been here and seen me whine about how much I have to grind in this game, I'm not a good grinder. I really don't do well with grinding. But I remember being a gnome and a dwarf was a lot more entertaining to me than being a blood elf. So maybe it was just the fact that I started out in a boring area for me. I want to clarify, I'm not that good in Smash Bros. I get destroyed in For Glory. I don't even play For Glory. I never played online really, but I wouldn't say that I'm good if you don't play competitive. If you don't look at a competitive environment, I'm good at the game. I will say that. Among my friends, I'm good. But me and my ex once went to a local tournament like down south in the UK where the community isn't that big, And we were like, oh, we'll probably go a certain, I mean, we probably go a little bit far and then we'll get destroyed because, you know, these people are really good, or some of them are really good. There were probably like 30 people there, and me and my ex were like, we were like good. We thought. And turns out we got crushed in the very first round. It was terrible. And also the people there weren't really like, they were sociable, but only with the people they already knew. They weren't really keen on talking to newcomers. So we just like got destroyed in the very first round and just sat there and being quiet because they didn't really talk to us, and we didn't really feel like we could talk to them because they were still playing. Most of them anyways. And we just like sort of got destroyed in the first round and then left. That was my only competitive experience so far. And that was terrible. But you know, I enjoy Ultimate a lot. I think it's a very, very balanced game, and I really love the characters there. I have so many, like, I wouldn't say that I even have a main character. I rotate a lot. I usually go for either Lucas, King K. Rool, Daisy, who's replaced Peach for me, honestly. And I play Game & Watch. I like him as well. Bowser Jr. is fun. So many of them. I love them. I want to play, yeah. You only need to buy the new expansion now, I think. That sounds about correct. Because, I mean, you can't really expect people to get into a 20-year-old game or a 15-year-old game and buying how many DLCs you have, like, I mean, you have at least like 7 or 8, right? That would mean it would cost a fortune to get new players into the game. So I suppose they would have to do it like that, where you buy just like one expansion or whatever, and then you can actually play it. That's good. I play online as a what the heck, could mess around here a bit. I mean, my job still allows for quite a bit of free time, which is nice. Oh, so you can play during work? You have time to play during work? Or is it a situation where you sort of like you work but you still have a lot of spare time outside of work? Because I'm like that now. I do have a lot of spare time after work, which is nice. I gotta go now. Gonna boost the dungeon in WoW. Good luck with that, man. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice to chat with you. I hope that I may see you in one of the Smash events. Look them up, House of Nerds on Facebook. They do Smash events and you can see them there. Or you just look up the Smash Norge group and you'll find them there. So I hope to potentially see you there when I decide to go. No, I mean like I have spare time after work. Yeah, okay, cool. Because I mean, a job where you could play Smash at work. Damn. Damn, that would be a job. That would be a nice job. But yeah, I don't really play online with randoms a lot. I play online with my friends a lot. And you know, on the subject of online smashing, I do feel like they get a extremely ridiculous amount of criticism that is not fair. Because people are saying, oh, it's not stable, it's not good, la la la, I have to fix this. How do you suck this badly? And like, I literally never have issues with Smash Online. Even when I have a terrible Wi-Fi, I still have a really good time in Smash, and they keep really smooth. So I don't know how these people are having this many issues. It doesn't make sense. I'm working at an ice skating rink where I accept payment, issue skates, or keeping an eye of the rink and teaching people the basics. Damn, that is an interesting job. Like, I never hear about people who work at ice skating rinks. Damn. That is so cool. I love that. So I'm guessing that also means that you would have some spare time during work. Oh, Hydro Pump. Do we want to learn Hydro Pump? No. Do you not have Surf? Why haven't I taught her Surf? I'm pretty good at that stuff. I'm from Iceland, so you're from Iceland. That is so fucking cool. I was there. I was in Iceland. On Iceland. On Iceland? I was on Iceland. In January actually. I had such a nice time there. It was so lovely. I was only there for a couple of days, but I really, really loved it. It was Reykjavik was brilliant. No, I don't want Hydro Pump. Leave Hydro Pump alone. Keep old moves. Give up on Hydro Pump. So do you live on Iceland then? Or do you live somewhere else? Not that you have to specifically say where you live. I appreciate the fact that some people don't want to talk about where they live online. Apparently that's something smart people do. You know, keep their location hidden from the internet. But yeah, I was there for a few days. I went on the whole like basic tourism route where you go and see all the geysers and the what else did I see? The Blue Lagoon and the waterfalls, and yeah, it was lovely. Like, I'm usually a very bad tourist when it comes to like traveling around. I don't really care about cities. I don't really care about what cities look like. I don't really care about architecture because I don't know, it just doesn't interest me. But when I went to Iceland, I loved it because, you know, I mean man-made things aren't that interesting, but the nature and yeah, I love going to see beautiful nature sites. I love that. It's so good. Although the Blue Lagoon was sort of disappointing to me because I mean, I don't know why I expected anything else, but I do really badly when it comes to very warm situations. And like when I'm in baths and stuff, I get really tired of it really quickly, and I just want to leave. So even in there, when I could like buy drinks and stuff and have like cocktails and stuff while in the water, I would still be like, after 20 minutes, I was like, I'm ready to leave. But we were scheduled to be there for like 2 or 3 hours. I live in Spain. Oh wow. I lived till the age of 10 and then returned for college a decade later and came back to Spain once I graduated. Damn, that is so cool. My ex lived in Spain, so I was in Spain for like a couple of times, and I love it. Europe is filled with so many amazing countries, and I realized that as a Norwegian myself, I live in one of those amazing countries. But for me, Norway is boring. At least the Norwegian cities are very boring. I don't care about those at all. The landscapes are beautiful, and I love traveling around the country. I did that this summer, and I had a lovely time. But like, if you look at like Spain and Italy and France, oh, there's so many good countries in Europe that have such interesting cultures. So for me, somebody who's from Iceland and has lived there, but also lives in Spain now, that's superb. Oh, I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous. I miss Spain. I do. I miss the Spanish culture. And the Spanish people. Like, as a Norwegian, I am aware that the Scandinavians, or at least the Norwegians, are very, very like, they're very antisocial and closed up, and we hide inside our houses, and then we don't talk to strangers, and we want to sit alone on the buses. And I love being in Spain because it just seemed like people were so much more friendly and open to talking to strangers, and just like, yeah, I don't know. I loved it. I love learning about history, geography, languages, and that stuff. That's why I'm training to be an English teacher. Oh my god, man. You're so cool. I love languages myself. I did 5 years of French. Really love that. I did well with French. But then, you know, after high school or whatever you want to call it, junior high or whatever. No, it's high school. Or the high school equivalent anyway. I mean, I stopped using it. I didn't really use it outside of school. So I forgot most of it. I still have the pronunciation down, I think. And you know, if I went back to it now, I think I could just pick it up and relearn all of the things that I've lost, because the grammar still like I remember the grammar, and I remember how you'd have to like change the endings to each word depending on the time and la la la. So I feel like if I just went back to it, I would relearn it relatively quickly or easily, but I haven't. My husband is from France, so that's where my French comes from. Oh, that you know French as well. Damn. Nordics tend to keep quiet. Yeah, it is true. I don't know if it's the same in. I don't know. I feel like the Swedes are a bit more sociable compared to the Norwegians, but yeah, the Norwegians at least are very, very closed up. And I have like people, I have like foreign friends who live here now, and they're like, no, that's not correct. That's not how we are. La 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 la. That's not how you are. You're not antisociable. And I'm like, yes, we are. You may have lived here for 1 year, but I have lived here for 20 years. And I know that we are closed up. We don't talk to strangers. It's a thing. But then again, I lived in the UK for 3 years, and I did my bachelor degree there. And I keep going on about how, oh my god, I love the British culture, I love the British people, they're so friendly, la la la. And I love them, la la la. And then my actual British friends say stuff like, you've not lived in the UK, you've been at a university in the UK, which means you've experienced university culture, not British culture. So there's a difference. And I'm like, that's fair. So whenever now that I miss the UK, now, I have to think that actually what I'm missing is not living in the UK, because going back there now would not be the same, because I wouldn't be at a university. I'd just be there, and it would probably not be the same at all. Unless you're Swedish. Swedish folk are a lot more talkative these days, vocal about nowadays. Yeah, I suppose they are, yeah. But also, when I lived in the UK, I lived there when they did the whole Brexit vote thing, and there was like a significant change in the mood after the vote, because after that, my friends who didn't pass for white, or who had accents, so they didn't really pass for English people, they sort of started getting harassed on buses and stuff, and you could just tell there was a shift, at least with the locals. So we didn't really feel welcome there anymore, which was very sad, because before that we felt appreciated, and we felt like it was all good, and we really loved the culture and the country. And then suddenly it changed, and they seemed to hate us, or so many people seemed to suddenly hate every foreigner who came around, unless they weren't, at least if they were non-white, then they would hate them. Brexit is something we don't speak of. You can't go 2 days without hearing about it. I mean, yeah, it is a big thing, so I understand why you have to hear about it, because it's a potential disaster, I suppose. Even here we hear a lot about it. No, actually you don't. I only hear about it because I follow a lot of British media sites still, and websites. And if I look at the Norwegian news don't really cover them much. They cover the whole Boris Johnson thing, I suppose, but I mean, we've already signed our trade deal with the UK, so I guess there's not much more to talk about on our end. Pray for me. I will pray for you. Which god do you want me to pray to? Bump, ba-dum, bump. Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump. I'm almost done with this Pokemon as well. The BBC is filled with Brexit propaganda. You know, I consider the BBC to be quite neutral, actually. I think they do their jobs rather well. The propaganda word is a tricky one, isn't it? Car, do you feel like, as a person who's actually in the UK, do you feel that anxiety looming? I mean, it could be worse. I feel like it could be a lot worse. But one thing I will say, as somebody who studied journalism in the UK, I reacted very poorly to the fact that most of the websites and the newspapers and stuff had like open political agendas, which just feels really, really odd, because here they're supposed to be neutral and they don't have clear political alliances, not publicly anyway. Some of them probably lean more to one side than the other, but they're not allowed to have clear political stances because they're supposed to be neutral. A little, especially now that it feels like we're going towards a no deal. I mean, yeah. It is diving into the fucking unknown, isn't it? With that mess of a prime minister. I mean, it could start World War 3, 4, and 5 at the same time. Oh, you should be connecting your PC to a charger. Should I? Where is my charger? Give me a second. Give me a second. Can you guys just grind for me meanwhile? Oh, God. My other citizenship is Hong Kong, and well, look at what's happening there at the moment. Yeah, I read about that in the news. It's very terrifying, actually. Then the world will begin to look like a directed Michael Bay film. I mean, I feel like it already is, honestly. I feel like it's somewhere between a bizarre Michael Bay film and a bizarre Quentin Tarantino film. Because there's no logic anymore. I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that Brexit was a thing, I'd probably be living in the UK now. Because I get so tired of this culture. I feel like I belong elsewhere. But I couldn't live there knowing that, oh, actually, you know, you could potentially just be kicked out. Don't touch me, Stoutland. Rude ass bitch, die. He took half of my health. Jesus. Oh god, oh god. Thunderous, and I'm in the middle of field. At least Germany won't start another world war. You know, isn't Angela Merkel leaving as well? Angela. She's not Angela, she's Angela, isn't she? Anyways, oh god. Yeah. Let's go to another subject because I am getting depressed. And I don't want to be depressed when I'm playing Pokemon. Even if it is the 5th generation. My mom's account, what is your favorite Pokemon generation and why? Right, time for me to have an early night for once, lol. You just came out to talk about Brexit, didn't you? And when I said that we weren't going to talk about it anymore, you just decided, oh, I'm not doing this now. Good night, sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs eat you out. Talk to you soon. Gen 6. No reason other than that. It was cool. That's fair. That is a fair judgment. I appreciate Generation 6. I did. They were nice games. But I think it was mostly because I was never a fan of this generation. So for me, it was just like, oh, finally, this generation is gone. So I could... Wait, where? Where did the experience? No, where did the lucky egg go? Where is it? There it is. Well, that actually giving him the lucky egg also means that acrobatics will have a lower attack power. That is something I have to consider. I'm also very fond of Generation 7. I really like Gen 7 actually. It was the game that helped me settle back in Spain. I was a little bit homesick when I moved back after college. You know, I can imagine that. It is rough moving countries. It is rough. I mean, luckily when I moved countries, I moved into a sort of like student bubble, so I didn't really... I knew that my home country was waiting for me in every holiday, because I was going back every single holiday. But I can imagine that moving there for like good is a bit... could be rougher. So does that mean that, is your family back in Iceland then, or do you... I'm guessing if you moved when you were 10 or 11, I guess your family would have probably gone with you. My family all stayed in one place, they've always been there, where they are on the west coast of Norway. They've just always been there. And they're not like, all of them are in the same place, they're not spread out at all. So it feels, when I hear about people who's like, oh yeah, my family's from here and there, and we've moved here and there, it sounds very exciting to somebody who's always been in the same place. Or I haven't always been in the same place. I've basically not lived on the west coast since 2013, so I've been away for quite some time. But I've mostly been here in Norway still. But you know, it was nice to visit Iceland. It was a good time. I'm sad that I didn't get to see the Northern Lights, because you know that is a bucket list kind of thing, isn't there? My family stayed back in Iceland when I was there for college. Really? They wanted to be there for you. God bless my parents. That is impressive. That is dedication. That is really cool. Oh, that's really cute. So I'm guessing maybe college is free in Iceland then, as it is here. Probably is. Iceland has a great economy now, doesn't it? After... because they had that break and then they fixed it really efficiently, apparently, from what I've read. But I haven't read that much. I should really not be drinking caffeine drinks so close to midnight. That's not something you should do. Acrobatics. Kill that fighting type. Oop. Oh no. That motherfucking sock. It's murdered 2 of my Pokemon. That stupid humanoid example of why the 5th generation is trash Pokemon murdered 2 of them. I hate him. I hate him. I look at him and I want to punch him in the mouth. Oh god. Well, I guess that means my grinding is over, because I'm not going to train up another one. I'm not going to do that. I cannot be bothered. So, you know, we're done. We're done grinding, y'all. Oh, that's heavy. In case you missed it, my mom's account. This challenge is basically whenever your Pokemon faint, they die, so you cannot use them anymore. Heck, some courses are taught in English to reel in foreigners. Yeah, I think they do the same thing here actually. Iceland has quite a lot of English speakers. Yeah. I mean, Do you mean as in immigrants who come from English-speaking countries, or just, you know, Icelandic people knowing English? Because I feel like that's a Scandinavian thing, just like knowing English pretty well, having a like fairly high standard of English. Oh, I can't believe I lost him. I was so close to having a full team, and I lost him. Ugh. Well, I'm taking my lucky egg. No, put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Yes, take the lucky egg. Okay, so that one's level 31, 20, 29, 31, 22, 21, 28, 31, 32. So which one of these can I actually use? Yeah, lots of people speak it. It's taught as a second language at school, so everyone knows at least a bit of Norwegian. Yeah, that's the same thing as we do here. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that there's a high level of understanding of English, because it is a bit of a struggle when you come to countries like Spain. I found that a struggle, that I knew that if I spoke to like people in shops, I couldn't expect them to know English. And obviously being a foreigner going to another country, you're not supposed to, you can't really expect them to speak your language. But it's a relief knowing that they would usually speak the lingua franca. So yeah, no, it was a bit of a struggle going to Spain and knowing that I couldn't communicate in the shops and stuff, because they usually employed older people, and they wouldn't be able to speak English. So I'd have to like signal what I wanted, sort of like I wanted a bag. Like they would ask me if I wanted a bag, and I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, luckily they were all very like understanding that I wasn't from there and I couldn't understand the language. So even if I was, yeah, I could still go around still. Okay, well, I mean, I could just try to catch another Pokemon at the next route, actually. And then hopefully that would be a relatively closer level to what I need to be. Yeah. Oh, it's so sad having lost it. I guess I will have to update the death counter now. Ugh. Because it's important for it to stay updated, and now actually the overlay is correct, because I don't have a 6th Pokemon anymore. That's rough. That is really rough. When I was in school in Spain, the only problem I had was no one being able to understand pronounce or understand my Icelandic surname. Like, I just cut a teacher off after they say my first name to save them from the endeavors of my surname. I understand that. My name is Kristar, and I usually got a lot of Christian, Christopher, and I'm like, it's not my name. You could just go Chris. That's fine. I guess that's better than Christopher, because Christopher is really not who I am. And it's understandable, because especially with the R's, when you're in the UK, you don't say R's like we do. So when I say my name is Kristar, they're like, so it's Krista, and I'm like, no, it's really not. It's Kristar, Krister, and they'd be like, so it's Krista. Like the people who would actually try to get my name right, they would do that. But it was a struggle. It was a struggle. So going by Chris was fine. and my surname was like, I think it was easier because it didn't have any complicated letters in it, or complicated combinations with letters anyway. So, but I understand that could be a struggle with the Icelandic words, because I feel like they could be quite difficult to understand for somebody who isn't from the Nordics. And I mean, it's difficult for me even when I went there and I tried to pronounce them. I feel like I have a vague understanding of how it's supposed to be, but you know, it's probably nowhere near what it's supposed to be. I just have a vague understanding of it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night now, because I lost my Pokemon and my will to live. So, yeah. But at least we're done grinding. We can go take the victory road, catch another Pokemon, and use that as a sort of maybe like an HM slave, or even somebody who would just be able to heal my Pokemon. If I'm about to wipe, I can just switch them and sacrifice them. Maybe I can get another Boldore, because that has sturdy, and that would at least guarantee them that they would have to do 2 hits to take him down, so he would at least be able to heal one of my Pokemon without dying. I could go get I do have a Boldore. Maybe I could get another one, because I didn't play with a clone clause in this challenge for some reason, because I didn't think about her, because I was dumb. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that probably maybe tomorrow night, actually, because I'm free tomorrow night but not free Thursday night. So yeah, probably tomorrow night I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow night, and try to get through the Elite Four, I guess, because, you know, Victory Road, I suppose Victory Road doesn't take that long. I feel like it's full of gravelers with self-destruct, so that could be a challenge. I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it so much, and it's always a lot more fun to grind endlessly when you guys are here. Appreciate that. Appreciate you talking to me about whatever is going on, and, you know, the weather, everything. It's fun. It's nice to see that there are people here who appreciate, I was gonna say Pokemon, but, you know, I don't know what that means, because a lot of people do. There is no doubt. But yeah, thank you so much. Let me actually get in and follow my mom's account, 0, because, you know. Oh, actually, I'm not on the right browser anymore, am I? Let me go in and follow you. I don't know if you stream actively or, but I'll follow you anyway. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Hopefully tomorrow night, because I will be here tomorrow night, probably. Yes, I will. Probably from 9. 8 or 9, probably. Maybe even, yeah. I will post it on social media, whether it's Twitter or Instagram, which you can find in my Twitch profile. I will keep you updated. Have a good night. Bye.